Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel TechMake Navneet again. We are progressing with Microsoft Certified Azure AI Fundamentals course, and now we are going to discuss common machine learning types. So friends, please subscribe to my channel if you have not. Hit the like button, share it with your friends, colleagues and to everyone who can get benefited on my videos. So let's proceed. So we are going to talk about common machine learning types, and these are the common, not all. So first type is the regression. So earlier in the previous parts we have discussed about AI. Now we are proceeding with ML. So ML, the common type is regression. What is regression? It's a type of supervised learning. So in the first video we discussed about supervised and unsupervised learning. So supervised learning, when a human interfere or you provide the data, you provide the, actually you supervise, and machine works like that. Your machine learning algorithm works when you are doing some supervision. So regression is ability to product the outcome variable given one or more predictor variable. So this is kind of numeric predictions we make, where what happens, so you have some data which the blue, like let's think about this. So the blue marked are the actual data collected over the time. Maybe take example of some sales report or something. So based on that, we create a kind of xy plane, we create a kind of graph, then we make a common, we try to find a common line between them, and this we assume that this is more likely to be a real value if we predict what will happen. So if you see, if we take example of this place, so what we can see, we see like the line which is passing by the middle of this one is more likely a kind of average. So if you want to know what would be the outcome at this place, whatever we predict, that will have like a very likely to be reality, because if you predict something like that which is lying here, or maybe something lying here, and that's going too far. But if we are predicting this point and your actual is like this, or maybe at here, then that is a more likely you can start with your you can tackle that. So for example, let's say you are planning to uh, you are having a sales kind of business, and you want to predict what will happen next month. You need to prepare accordingly, and see your data says the your existing sales report are fed to a ML algorithm, and based on that ML is saying, let's say you will be let's say you will be selling 100 units. So you can prepare accordingly. You can buy 125 units, so hardly, and you can ask to your supplier, so I may revert back some of the units which will be unsold. So you can imagine your sales will be between let's say 80 to 125. But you don't have a ML, you are just going with a random number. Maybe you are placing 200 units, or maybe you are placing 50 units. So this can help you, the regression ML type. This can help in such situation. So regression is a supervised machine learning technique used to predict numeric values. So this line I have taken from the Microsoft Learning page, and it can be said like it finds the relationship between variables. So you have given your variables here, and then it is just trying to find a relationship, correlation between those variables, and predicting over the data pattern. So since in the first line itself it's a supervised learning, so you are supervising your existing data, and based on that we are like creating an algorithm based on some mathematical formula or with some other logic, which is like more likely to be be like a real event, and based on that it predicts what will happen. So since we are going as per AI 900 certification course, and this certification course is just a high level, the foundational level of information. So I'm not going into detail how to actually create such a model, how to train the data, how you can deploy. But if you want to learn those things, this is the link which will be available on the description box. You can go. It's like 1 hour video. In future maybe I'll also create another video just to focus on how to create a regression model on Microsoft Azure. But with our current goal, AI 900 certification, the course is like designed in a way. If you are also planning to earn a certification AI 900, you can go through my videos, and this is the very high level for beginners. So I'm not going into that detail. That is sufficient for now. So let's move next then. Next we have classification. What does it mean? So again, it's a type of supervised learning. You provide your data, you do the supervision, you train the model, and then it work accordingly. But what kind of machine learning we get, what kind of support we get from this kind of model? So it's a supervised machine learning technique used to predict categories or classes. Again, this line is from Azure portal, the learning portal. And cluster analysis assign a score to the odds of it belongs to a cluster. So maybe this line is not clear for you, but I'll just try to explain. So it's kind of classifying if a object belongs to a cluster group or not. So based on the algorithm, it's binary classified. And it, of course, if we are talking about binary, that means 0 and 1, either it is a yes or no. So how it is, like, is it an apple? And you have a picture. So either it can be apple, either it cannot be. There is no third classification. So the algorithm try to find a correlation on already given data. Maybe if we are providing n number of 100 images of apple from different angle, different size, different color, maybe 100 apples together in a crate, or maybe single one, then on food basket, fruit basket, and maybe on the market. So this kind of input data we give. Based on that, this kind of classification model, what it do, just it says yes it is an apple, no it's not an apple. So again, going back to the previous line, I believe now you will able to understand. So it's a cluster analysis. Just assign a score to the odds of it belongs to a cluster. So next, like, how you can build a classification model. So again, same what I said earlier. This current course is just designed as per the AI 900 certification course. I'm just giving a foundational level knowledge. If you want to find how to create a classification model, again you can refer to this link. This learning portal is provided by Microsoft itself. So there you can learn more about this part. It will be available on description box. And then maybe if you are getting a doubt from ML, can we just do a classification? Yes and no. Multi-class classification is not allowed. Yes, it is allowed. And we have other option, that is our third one, that we call it as a clustering. So clustering, unlike previous two, this is a type of unsupervised learning. And why we call it as unsupervised, we will talk in while. So first let's understand what does it mean. So clustering is an unsupervised machine learning technique used to group similar entities based on their feature. So this again, this line is from Microsoft Azure learning portal. And if you go in detail, it finds the groups of related things among data. Then let's take this example. So if we are providing a raw data where we have some some berries, some peaches, some other fruit, and then our algorithm is just clustering them. Maybe if it is an apple, then all apples together. If it is peaches, then all peaches together. If this is a berries, then all berries together. So our algorithm is like just it is clustering the object. In last one, what we saw that our algorithm is just saying yes, this is one image is there. Is it an apple or not? But here we are clustering. So we have like the distributed data, which is our raw data, and now using the algorithm we are distributing among different clusters. So then again, how to create a cluster? This is the actual Microsoft Azure learning portal. Now coming to one question that I said earlier, how it is a unsupervised learning. So here this is a unsupervised learning because since we are trying to cluster the data among different categories, what kind of input we can give. So in our while we are creating the model, we are creating algorithm in unsupervised learning type, the unsupervised method. So we create the algorithm and it just a cluster. You just think how what kind of raw data you can provide in such cases. If you simply provide one data, your algorithm will work about that particular case only. But here this can be n number of types. So your algorithm is based on the feature, not on the data. So that is why we are calling it as a unsupervised learning. So this was the all for this part of the video. Kindly subscribe again to my channel. In the next video we will talk about another part of this course related to ML. Thank you.